Homeground Heroes is back, and this year I've got a new recruit.
Kia ora touch whānau, it's time to nominate the unsung volunteers who put the mahi in for the sport we love.
Enter them now for the chance to win $5,000 for their touch community.
Kia ora touch whānau, welcome to Quick Hit, your short, sharp and touch relevant warm-up, with the aim of warming up and moving those important body parts before kicking into activity. The Quick Hit warm-up requires minimal space, minimal time and allows for innovation.
Kia ora tiwi, welcome back to the third of our live stream games here on day 2 of the Bunnings Warehouse National Championships for 2024 held in Palmerston North at Ongley Park. We've just had 2 crackers of a game. First one in our men's 45 grade, Auckland versus North Harbour, where we've seen Auckland go to a new level. And then in this second game we've just come off was a game of 2 halves. First Canterbury, very dominant performance in the 27 women's grade, one of our strongest female areas in the country, up against Waikato 27 women, who had a fantastic second half, and we were able to take that one out 5-4. And now in our third of our live stream games we have the 40 women's grade, and this is North Harbour versus Bay of Plenty. Now Rod's had to leave the commentary booth to go do his makeup, as it was such an intense game for him in that last one. He's seeing his mascara run down his face, so he's just made those adjustments and he's back with us, so we'll let him catch his breath before we get his reaction after that second game. But this game, Bay of Plenty 40 women's versus North Harbour, a heap of names that everyone knows. When you see the name Yonke, you know that that's going to be someone who's awesome, but also new for Bay of Plenty. She's wearing number 6. She's down in my sheet as number 4, so she must just want to change shirts. What about that last game, Rod? Great game?
Oh, awesome game, and it was good to see both teams just going at it. But it just goes to show how tight that competition is this year. So it's certainly going to be interesting to see who's going to be in the finals game.
Yeah, totally. With Hawke's Bay, they would have been interested in that result. So those 3 teams, just looking at the results in the 27 women game, pretty key. But we give our attention to this game now. We see North Harbour 40 women's. This will be their third game of the tournament, having 2 wins yesterday, 7-2 over Turanganui Akiwa, 3-2 over Waikato. Bay of Plenty, however, looking to get their first win on the board. And I'm sure this is the game they targeted. Save the best for the TV game. North Harbour kick us off, Rod, and are heading right to left on the screen for the third of our live stream games here on day 2.
Yep, as we see this Harbour just coming down, just feeling out one another at the moment. Just you see Bay of Plenty just lifting really high on that, albeit single. So it'll be good to see if Harbour can get in on the gate. They head to the outside on a sweep, nice and early. Good defence there by Bay of Plenty, just diffusing that. Let's see how Bay of Plenty can transition, how clean that can be as we see Kuka on the ball.
Good manipulation of the North Harbour defence we're seeing there from the Bay of Plenty women's team. Oh, this is a great yard here now. Fortunately, couldn't quite beat it to the bend. Just got held up.
Yep, and Harbour straight into the work, getting their fresh players on. Not panicking too much at this stage in terms of where they are, as we see the latcher around. Nice and direct into the hole. One more. Would have been good to see if they could maintain that momentum as they go through. step to the short side. No threat there for Bay of Plenty. Man on, everyone stayed where they should be.
Referees for this game, Kitty Martin, you see her out on screen now in the middle of the field with Vanessa Forrester and Doreen Hippie. 3 referees who've been around for a long time, huge contributors to the referee community and absolutely outstanding referees. North Harbour with a real opportunity here, Rod. Fresh set in the attacking half.
Yep, that's a much better defence by Bay of Plenty there. 2 of them just lifting up, and then, you know, they're well outside the 7 there, so they're certainly, it's offensive defence. No threat, no panic, everyone staying man. Bay of Plenty just eating up the touches here of North Harbour. Can they stay with it? As you said, Maya, yesterday, it's usually that last touch that can cause you
coach killer.
All the grief.
Such a coach killer. You do all that hard work and there's no threat. There was a static 5th play roll ball and you just wonder why. Just that lapse of concentration. North Harbour, though, they'll need to take these opportunities. Yeah, option was probably on out wide, but great defence here from the Bay of Plenty. Link shut any opportunity to throw that ball out this way.
Yep, just a little bit. Do forgive us if we call some wrong names here. It looks like we've got a sheet that's got some slightly different numbers on it. Maya, we see Paul who are close to the ball. Long ball out. Can she give it the inside back?
Was the touch made? Support referee Forrester says all clear. Great work there from the winger. Good catch first of all, and just be able to, as we see here, nice long pass right to left. Good catch. Sees the defender coming across, pops it back inside, gets the ball down nice and quickly. Was the number 3, I think, from North Harbour?
No, there was Hohua Hayward there that dotted down. And you know, look for Harbour, look for her to be in and around the ball. She's been in and around the provincial scene for a long time, and certainly been a key member around the Māoris touch for a long time, especially in the Waitakere area. So we see Bay of Plenty just trying to set up their attack here. Kuka on the ball. Hillman just trying to use up the play, and as all our teams have been doing, just trying to finish hard in the corner. Let's see if Bay of Plenty can lock them up in there.
I think sometimes the long ball's overused, and when you've got a 3-on-2 overlap or 4-on-3 overlap, it's really just the draw and pass. It's the most effective attack in those times, and sometimes I think just because they are beautiful looking things, long balls, they're not always the most effective. But here we see North Harbour with a 3-on-1 overlap. The interesting to see if Bay of Plenty can get across. Oh, great cover defence there from Bay of Plenty. There was actually 3-on-1 there at one stage there, Rod.
Yep, everybody's scrambling defence to come across. Fortunate for Bay of Plenty, they ended the set on their own side, so the transition has been relatively simple for them.
Fresh legs on for Bay of Plenty. We see Yonke, one of the key players for Bay of Plenty. This is better set up here for Bay of Plenty. Direct run into the channel, looking to draw and pass. Is there an advantage? So one of these teams played 2 games yesterday, and I think it'll be 3 today. The other played 3 games yesterday and 2 today, as we see Bay of Plenty go short side. Beautiful pass back in by the number 1, Lisa Emery, to the number 4, who doesn't even have a name in the team sheet. So she is going to be known as number 4. But great pass back in. Excellent support play. Good dot down. Is that Elise? Oh, it is Elise New. She said to me, she was wearing number 6s just before the game started, and said, I'm number 6, not number 4. Well, I can see now. 1-1 Bay of Plenty versus North Harbour. 40 women's. 3rd of our live stream games here on day 2 of the 2024 Bunnings Warehouse Masters Nationals. Good wraparound play, chip and chase. Unfortunately, not allowed to do that in touch, Rod.
The sweeper just come in a little bit too late on that one. And as a result, she had put boot to ball. North Harbour lifting high. There's certainly a lot of energy in these defensive lines at the moment. But Bay of Plenty, nice skill base, just slipping past there.
Tell us an area of the game that Bay of Plenty is focused on in the lead up to this tournament is that transition, because they've got really good depth running onto the ball. No one's just bailing off the field, and as I say it, they have a turnover at the end of it. But it's been happening right out in front of us as the Bay of Plenty box is just in front of us, Rod, and it's definitely a strong area for the Bay of Plenty team, that transition part of the game.
Yeah, and as you know, we've spoken about it before. My defence and transition, it'll win your game. So the surprising part for me, I guess, at the moment is just how many errors there are in the game, and both teams just trying to seize on that. But if either team can just remove a lot of those errors out, they'll go a long way to get into the back end of this game with the W.
Back to my question a little while ago, is there any advantage to having 2 on day one and 3 the next, or 3 on day 1, 2 the next?
I think a lot of the times it kind of depends on the conditioning of your players and who it is you're actually playing on the second day. So sometimes it doesn't matter. If you've had a heavy load on day 1, you're probably looking for a bit more of a lighter load on day 2. But I don't think there's too much advantage in it.
We see Bay of Plenty get another penalty just for offside. North Harbour, second set in a row on that third touch. They've been caught offside.
Yeah, and I guess that's one thing, I must commend the referees this morning and on all the games that we've seen this morning, as they've been maintaining very big sevens and just opening the game up and allowing us to see, just what these players have to offer.
You might need to lie down after that, commending the referees. I'm sure that was an out-of-body experience for you.
Did I say that?
Yonke there with a bit of a juggle. Touch first. I think that's the fourth. Last opportunity to set things up for Bay of Plenty.
Looking to the outside. Can't you get it straight in? Ooh, I think the option was on the inside legs. He already had her coning pretty hard.
Good D, Jasmine Gray, the number 1 from North Harbour. See the difference just in the two teams' sets. That was nice work there, though, from the number 4, Emmy Edmonds. Surely they're related from the Edmonds from North Harbour earlier this morning.
Not sure they're.
I know there's probably more than 2 Edmonds. That was a pretty dumb thing to say. North Harbour though, 4th touch, still on their side of halfway.
It's been a fairly energetic start for both teams in this half. It'll be interesting to see if they can actually hold it towards this back end of this bit with 5 minutes to go.
Oh, great yard there from Bay of Plenty. Created this momentum. We see them working their way down to the line. Good drop. Quickie steps back inside. What does we have there? Good cover there from both North Harbour players. I've never seen that shut from both sides policy before.
It's a little bit different. I'll have to watch the replay on that one and see how that may be applied.
1-1 still. Similarities to the previous game. A lot of touch, but not much touchdowns. But then we've seen what happened. The floodgates opened up in the second half, Rod.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I think may just happen in this game. We've seen it in the previous two. The first half was very much a bit of a feeler, just to get to know what one another's doing. Then things opened up massively, as we said. Just a little bit more speed on the ball here. There's a
ooh. That slightly forward pass happening right in front of us there, Rod. As we see, this is the area again. Just watching Bay of Plenty as they go through one of the better parts of their game. Great yard, second touch. Looking for that extra pass. Murphy's Law, when I said this was going to be a good area, it's probably the most disjointed one.
We've just got to hit another one here.
So secondary schools and youth nationals, the last two national tournaments for this one, there was a heap of extra passes being given through the transition area. And I definitely haven't seen that so much in this grade. Is that as a result of the athleticism or just the fearlessness and the difference between the two? Or what do you think that is?
To be honest, it's, you can have passing for passing's sake. It really depends on its worth and value. So, in a lot of these games here, they are checking off, but they're checking off to get forward. And sometimes, especially in the younger grades, they can, just be a little bit guilty of checking for checking's sake. So it's kind of the value, and there's certainly, especially with defences that like to run waves or put a lot of pressure on the offense. The use of just a little check to gain yards, and understanding the reason of that is what's needed most of the time. But when they're younger, there's certainly no fear. They're always going to give the ball some air.
Great lift there from the 15 from North Harbour. Just shut down potential attack, but there we see the number 11 from Bay of Plenty, Vanessa Oxley. She's been a key contributor in this transition area, getting the Bay of Plenty team forward, getting them across that halfway line. Lovely pick off the left foot. Knew the player was offside all the time in the world. And there we see the talent, the experience of a player who's been so good for so long. Just picks up, steps off her left. Played in Australia for a long time. Do we see Elise New? Great touchdown. 2-1 Bay of Plenty as the first half comes into the last 2 minutes. Wouldn't mind seeing Elise on the ball a little bit more. We've just seen there when she can get someone send things up nice and direct deep into that defensive line. She's a real threat with the ball in hand. Yep,
and I think that's the key, Maya, is that set. If they can get someone to say, I'm on an awkward angle.
I think Vanessa's got a sore right arm from putting it up on the sideline too.
See a nice little quickie play. Can she get up to the outside?
Ooh, I'm really liking that. Hey, we would have seen that maybe 20 times already today where the referee has said, player, you're offside, play through, touchdown. The amount of times in previous years we've gone back for penalties, which is terrible. It's great to see this. Offside player, referee proactively communicated that nice and early. North Harbour, great listening, straight through, touchdown, 2-2, 1 minute to go.
Yep, and I've always said, the good referees are the ones that don't use their whistle all that much because they are just communicating with the players so much. They don't have to, and it is a sign of a great referee.
You've really got me worried now, Rod. That's two complimentary remarks towards referees. Good to see 2024 is a new year for you as we see a long ball right to left. Didn't go to hand.
Well, Bay of Plenty still, trying, prodding, testing North Harbour. Probably with North Harbour's transition here, it hasn't been direct. Although, having said that, this one here, they're starting to put a lot more power and go forward into their play. Let's hope they can maintain that momentum on this one here and get a decent pick off the end. Wasn't to be.
One touch, maybe two to go before we hear the hooter for the end of the first half of the third of our live stream games. Ooh, another one of the wind blowing the ball forward. Great work there from both teams. We got a draw as we go into the halftime break. 2-2, Harbour versus Bay of Plenty in the 40 women's group.
We're real team members, so you get real savings. No celebrities here, just the lowest prices.
Ask the team about a Ryobi electric screwdriver, only $63. Come in and grab this Dulux interior paint, an amazing $116.94. And we've got Yates Weed and Feed, just $27.94 each.
Where you find a competitor's lower price on the same stocked item, we'll beat it by 15%. Cut! I've always wanted to do that. Bunnings Warehouse! Lowest prices are just the beginning.
Kia ora team, George here from Touch NZ. Now we all enjoy a bit of touch, but without a proper warm-up, the chances of being injured are massively increased. So to keep you on the field and out of the emergency room, Touch NZ have made a short and easy warm-up series for all levels. proven to lower the chance of injury by close to 50%. So head on over to our site and check them out. Play safe, play smart.
Homeground Heroes is back, and this year I've got a new recruit.
Kia ora touch whānau, it's time to nominate the unsung volunteers who put the mahi in for the sport we love.
Enter them now for the chance to win $5,000 for their touch community.
Welcome back to the halftime break, the third of the live stream games here at the 2024 Bunnings Warehouse Masters National Championship in Palmerston North at Onley Park. Here we see the scores between these two women's 40s teams. North Harbour and Bay of Plenty went into the halftime rod, 2-2. Probably a fair, accurate result. You want to take us through these try lights?
Yep, just a nice little pick and go here, and what I liked about this was just the ability of the winger to know and understand where she was. A nice follow up by Hohu Haywood there, and this here was just all class. Great listening to the referee and a little inside ball. And Bay of Plenty have run that a couple of times now, to great effect. And that's the result of not listening to the ref. And these players really do have to understand that they need to get back on side as quickly as you can. We see North Harbour just with the drop there, and then once again, as you said, Maya, the referee making a brilliant call in terms of calling the player offside and giving that touchdown. And you're right, in past years a lot of that would have been a penalty. Whereas it, in my mind too, it should have always had been a touchdown.
Look, I think the main threat from Bay of Plenty has been Elise New, the number 4. And we see her there just talking to the player who tapped the ball for us as Bay of Plenty get us started in the second half. Would have been interesting to hear what one of our better mixed players to put on the black jersey, Nathan Solomon, the coach of Bay of Plenty, had to say to his team. We see here New working in tandem with Lisa Emery.
North Harbour just slowly moving up out of their line, aware of the threat, going to the passive over the top, looking for a little bit of a sinker. Fortunately, Yankee couldn't quite make that receipt.
Good set of D from Harbour. Now they want to get this part right. Just unfortunately couldn't square up, get that roll ball down, keep the momentum going, but good all the same. Now fresh legs on. Oh, nice extra pass there, Rod. Just getting in behind Yonke, the top player.
They need a good drop here. They might to make sure that their pick is clean. Not quite the ending they wanted. Just a little bit unfortunate. They had a sweeper go around, and poor Hua Hayward wasn't quite expecting the sweep.
I forgot when I asked you who's your Sakakinas on yesterday that you're from Auckland. So we got the second half. Who's your cup holder tray of coffees going on for this game?
Yeah, I thought you would have learnt by now, Maya, that all of my previous predictions have all come wrong, so there's absolutely no way that I want to jinx either team at the moment. So I'll keep that one to myself, thank you, and we will continue to call this game. How's that?
Oh, okay. I read between the lines. I know you're going for Bay of Plenty, so let's see what the outcome is. Bit of to and fro from two teams so far in the second half. Not really much happened down on the scoreline. Oh, nice play there. I'm scared to say people's names knowing all these numbers out. From the number 16 there from North Harbour. Another excellent extra pass. And then we see pace onto the ball again. Good pass. Draw and pass.
Where's the
Beautiful
legs?
pick up.
Oh, how's the ref going to call that one?
Oh. What's we got on here? I think Vanessa Forrester thinks it's a touchdown. I think the sideline ref thinks it's a touch. Bit of a hui in the corner.
Yep, into conference.
You like the call, Rod? Touchdown?
Yeah, I think so. It's certainly a very close thing. But well worked by North Harbour there as we see the dive. Simultaneous smile.
I'm going to say if she actually touched the body, it was a touch. If she didn't, then it was a touchdown. However, I like the process from the two lady referees. Took their time to get the right decision, and that's the one they came up with. So good work all round. 3-2 though. Harbour don't care. numbers on the board. Up by 1 against this Bay of Plenty team. Oh, look at this yard coming in here from the number 9. Great set up. Go now.
Yeah, just they do really, really well in building up their flow and momentum, and unfortunately they revert back to static. But maybe that's maybe that is the game plan. Oh, what is that? What is that? Hillman.
Oh, that's the best so far.
She's been doing it for years out of Ruatoki. Once again, she's pulled back that pass from where exactly?
Oh, that's what you call a no look. And there's one thing to do it. There's one thing to do it that perfectly. Oh, try of the tournament so far. No look. Puts us on a platter. Look where it ends up for her player. Bread basket.
She sold that so well. Body facing out. Ball disappears in. Nehe Munaskara, eat your heart out.
There we go. Some can throw it 40 metres. They look even better when it's 1.5 metres like that. Harbour now.
Nice little wrap. Bus play.
Harbour been a lot more direct with speed onto the ball in the second half so far.
Yep. They've certainly made a change up, which has been good, and it's keeping this contest interesting, I tell you. But, once again, Bay of Plenty, their transition area has been really, really good, and they're getting some good momentum, at least coming through their first 1 to 3.
Ooh,
just as
good
we see
touch.
that.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah.
Good touch. Bay of Plenty player didn't get better to the bend. Couldn't control that ball. Well done there from North Harbour.
Yep, a nice place to start your count. The halfway mark. Fresh players just starting to sweep on now.
If number 16's name is Renata Watane, then been really impressed with her.
Yeah, it's Hohua Hayward. It's Jani.
If you know her, she must be sharp. So no surprises in what she's produced out here so far. Harbour now on the last touch. Bay won't want to clock off. Just a little bit of a
that moment, that last touch is the moment you really do have to guard. You cannot switch off on 5. Bay of Plenty. Lateral early. No, they're managing to square up, which is what I like. I like it when they square up in the middle, just to hold that defence slide up a little bit. Taking their time with it, and you can hear Coach Solomon on the sideline barking instructions to his crew.
Did you get to see him play?
I didn't.
Him and his brother.
And we go Hillman on the ball again.
Now she's just showing off. Just doing it for fun. Him and his brother Machu were absolutely incredible, all the way from secondary schools through to the open mixed team.
And she knows which side of the field she wants to finish on.
Now that would have been a cool back pass for that late cut. Did you have that in your repertoire, Rob?
Oh, I had it back.
Harbour though.
Anytime I had to cut, it was by mistake, Mike. It was never ever planned.
Yep.
Still a little bit clunky here from Harbour in terms of transition.
Yeah, just come on.
But managing to save this one here. We see Hohua Hayward on the ball again. Nice setup. Oh, just unfortunate, just a little bit late.
Late in that first half, I seen the number 10 come on from the sub box and really straighten the attack up, and she's continued to do that in the second half.
Yep, Harbour have definitely found a lot of traction just on getting forward hard and digging into the Bay of Plenty line.
In the ruck, no penalty given there. Referee happy, very clear, play on. Two to go. Stagnant set up, need a good drive. Reese now with her speed. Yeah, probably just guilty of not getting, just going at the top defender, right? Extra pass there, could have got into the back defender, would have been 6 on 5.
Yeah, it's important that, as they're coming through, if you can, just try and find a gate as we see the referee just indicating an elbow there. The NRL season is well underway.
Very blessed again. Second day in a row to have really good conditions. Overcast conditions, slight breeze, keeping it nice and cool. You see Harbour now with their fresh set in this attacking end. Left foot step from the number 9. Looks like I thought there was going to be a tips or phase play. Bad plenty player, Yonke just getting in the ruck.
Yep, definitely a phase play there, and she did very well to defuse that one, putting her foot in the way there. She was definitely caught out of place then. Harbour, nice and patient. Wood mess. Once again, Bay of Plenty not rushing. I dare say that the referees will be talking about that.
Yeah, North Harbour at this stage not really throwing too much at the Bay of Plenty defence or using these touches to manipulate the gates. It's going to be pretty hard, but let's see what they have for us. Again, quite static. Bay of Plenty in no hurry, just the 32 dump. 32 Peel goes short side, looks long. Talk about getting things right, because it was a forward pass. I was just about to say wrong when they had scored.
But, you know, in terms of play construction, very nice from North Harbour there. Obviously, the last little play was a little bit forward. 3-all, fair indication of At this stage, I think so, and it's going to take something special to actually break it open. Just over 4.5 to go. So, you know, for North Harbour, I think Hohua Hayward, they'll probably be looking for her to create a little something there. And likewise with Bay of Plenty, probably knew they should get her on the ball a little bit more and allow her to create. Bay of Plenty, this is what they need. Just build up a little more momentum and try and travel with that. Let's hope that they don't. Oh, yeah. Good, nice passive D from North Harbour there, just sucking in and slowing things down, forcing Bay of Plenty to go static. Chantal Biddle, plenty of experience managing to milk penalty from that one.
Yeah, nice work on the Bay of Plenty, number 12. These two look like they're on the same page. Cookie comes left. Fake the follow.
Good defence from North Harbour there. Nice and tight and connected. Be interesting to see if Bay of Plenty saw just how tight that far side wing is on the right side and whether they can play to that.
Surprised not to see Elise New out here with a fresh set on. She's probably one of the few that has the ability to throw that long ball. Plenty of numbers on their right side. The winger for Bay of Plenty clapping her hands, telling, give me the ball.
Patience in their setup. Trying to create a little bit of space. She'll fake that side. Let's see if she goes. Ooh.
Just too static. Not manipulating the defence, not moving them left to right enough. Just everything was up the middle, Rod.
Yeah, and the unfortunate thing is, you know, the outsides for North Harbour, they are contracting quite a lot. So, there's some value there if they can try and get the ball to the outsides. But, they didn't manage to set. So, hopefully, Coach Solomon will pick that up as we see Hohua Hayward once again, heavy on the drive, straight the way through. Let's see what these two can dream up amongst themselves. Nice little step into the hole.
Good D, Bay of Plenty. And just if you are wondering, those tuning into our live stream here, what our next games are, we take a break after this game, and our next game is starting at 1:40 this afternoon, where we will have 3 more consecutive live stream games. And in these games, we're at the 40s men's, the 60s men's, which I'm really excited to see what that's going to be like, and then our 30s men's, a hot game, North Harbour versus Te Tai Tokerau. So if you are wondering how many more games we've got 3 more after this one. However, we first take a break before lunch. Rod needs to get across to that sausage sizzle to hook us up again.
Oh,
Bunnings
it's back on.
activation area. What a great area that is, the Bunnings activation area. Great team over there. However, we got just crept into the last 2 minutes of this, the third of our live stream games in the 40 women's grade. Bay of Plenty versus Harbour. 3-all tight battle.
We can see Hillman back on the ball again.
Let's expect the back pass. She loops in for the 32 Peel.
Backside, can
Short
they deliver
side,
that?
out to Brown. Good D, Harbour.
Hillman just directing her troops around, getting it down. She's going to release long. Can they? It's a race. Kuka. Oh, Kuka backing out.
Stood on her up. Oh, that was a whack at the ball. That'd be an interesting one, that. There's nothing in the rule book that says you can't touch the ball. It's just about how hard you make the touch, and the rule book says minimum force. I'd love to know how you measure that. However, Bay of Plenty get another opportunity with 35 seconds left on the clock. Full set on the line, 3-all. Would love to take a 1 touchdown lead into the halftime break. Oh, strong touch there. Oh, a bit too strong, referee Forrester said.
Clock running down on Bay of Plenty now.
Second penalty down here on the scoreline. If there's one more, Harbour will drop to 5 players.
It's the lift they're looking for. Can they get into the gate?
Yep, Bay of Plenty don't want to muck around here. They're only going to get 2 touch, or none. Here it is, just simple drawn pass, looking for numbers. Late cut to the cut, to another cut.
Yep, unfortunately, the one time the wing should have stayed out. She came a little bit close on that one.
3-all, North Harbour, Bay of Plenty, as we see the finish of our women's 40s grade.
Homegrown Heroes is back, and this year I've got a new recruit.
Kia ora touch whānau, it's time to nominate the unsung volunteers who put the mahi in for the sport we love.
Enter them now for the chance to win $5,000 for their touch community.